And we live. For anyone that does tune into this, I don't know. It's random. It's morning. I just decided to live stream from my phone because I just figured I kind of hop on here and talk with whoever tunes in and viewers about some things and ideas and thoughts I got on stuff coming up, and also show you guys where I'm currently just sleeving up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I have in some packs, and I've realized that I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh products and stuff that like either A maybe worth something, or like B uh I want to keep in good condition in case I ever do want to get rid of it, and vice versa. Or I'm not sure if I want to get into like making decks for stuff like that again, because that's not really. I'm not sure how deep dive in the Yu-Gi-Oh I'm gonna go. I recently got like most of my Yu-Gi-Oh manga collection completed. I'm one volume away from having all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh. I just need Millennium World Volume 3, which is actually like what? That's like volume 35 or something like that, maybe. Like 37 or something like that in the original release of the series. I think it is in Japan. Side note, fun fact, I think they released it all from volume 1 of what is considered like Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 all the way through Duelist, all the way through Millennium World. It's all just one cohesive manga. And probably, maybe besides like Reborn, it's one of the few um it's one of the few series I know that like is extremely different in how it is from the start of the series to the end of the series. And so yeah, and so I'm just hop on here talk about some of this stuff because I know I've when I did that update video a couple months back before I had some things happen that sent my life in a couple of different ways. I was talking about like what the upcoming content for the channel was going to be. Um, and with that being the case, I was like, well, I haven't really done any of that content yet. And the only way to build the audience for the content is to make said content, put it out there, and put it on the right distribution channels and so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, open up these packs though. I'll show you guys what cards are in here because these are these Dragon of Legends, the complete series packs, which I think the Dragon of Legends packs were packs that had cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 4 of Waking the Dragons, which is the filler arc, but it's the arc that's known for having the Seal of Orichalcos and, should have been me, not him. And so, yeah, there's a lot of cool. Wow, this pack actually has a lot of cool cards right at the front because there's this Shadow Tune card, which just kind of looks cool. I don't know if it's anything super special about that, but it looks cool. Doom Virus Dragon, I think, is one of like the fusion cards. It's meant to be of the Waking the Dragons monsters. And then, literally speaking of the Seal of Orichalcos, that's this very next card. And then Mount of the Bound Creator. I don't know if this card was in the anime or not, but I remember that this card very specifically um, is a good field spell card if you got like the Egyptian gods. But I really don't know like much of like how Yu-Gi-Oh works now in terms of people and the the way the card game plays, the mechanics in terms of how quick the game is. I just know that a lot of people say it's broken. A lot of people say it's not fun anymore. Some people say it's still fun, which I could believe. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I just kind of like clicking the cards for like the memories. Uh, and so yeah, like as I go through here and kind of sleeve these up, I'll if anything in here I think is really interesting, I'll show it to you guys. And then if by any chance or stroke of imagination people are like, oh yeah, I wanna see more Yu-Gi-Oh content on the channel, I'll definitely do that. But for sure, when I do like my manga collection videos and stuff like that, that it's going to be seen for sure. Um, and since I moved into my house, I'm still kind of getting some things set up and organized, so that I can you know kind of show you guys some of these things and make some of these videos and content. What I'm most excited about is that I very recently got some equipment that I'm gonna be using for the gaming live streams. So I will be back maybe later today or tomorrow streaming uh, The Last of Us Part 2. And the stream will start off with a little bit of a technical figuring out probably to make sure I get the look right. And I'll try to, before I go live probably, but there may be some tweaking during the stream. But after that, excuse me. Ooh. Excuse me again. After that, I'll have live streaming setups that are consistent, and that will be something I'll be doing more often then because I'll have everything up here that I need to do them, and hopefully we can play through some games. So I'll get through The Last of Us Part 2, hopefully for the next month or two, and then we can move on to another game. And I think what I'll do is kind of right now I don't have like a set in stone schedule of how I'm going to like release um, content. But what I do plan on doing currently is I plan on having a shoe review up a week until I'm out of shoes to review, and then uh whatever will replace the shoe review content will be something. Oh, thanks whoever liked the stream. I appreciate you. Um, and then after that well, oh, what's up, Corgi? And after that, we'll replace that with something else. But then I'll try to stream gameplay, video game streams, maybe like twice a week. And if I do twice a week, one of the games will be like The Last of Us, or whatever the new game is. So like Last of Us, or maybe after that I'll go to like Ghost of Tsushima, because that's something I will purchase next. Um, but then like one of those streams will be an anime game, so I'll probably be like Naruto. Um, or I need to learn how to play Fighter Z better, so maybe be Fighter Z. Who knows? Sorry, y'all. Fall allergies are a thing, man. They ain't a myth. All right, so let's see here in this pack. I got Guardian Treasure. This card's so I moved into a new house. I got a house back at the start of May, end of April, start of May. So that's been the whole changing of setups and stuff. That's been one of the things that's been happening, along with like a handful of other things. Guardian Treasure. This card I like. It's cool because like I'm not sure if it's like banned or whatever, but like we're just playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Free for all with your friends or whatever the case may be. When you add this card, you have to discard your whole hands. Like if you get or discard 5 cards basically. And if you had at the start of the duel, could work out really well because you discard 5 cards and you draw 2 cards. And then while this card's on the field, every time during your draw phase, you draw 2 cards instead of one. And it's always good to be able to get more cards out because Um, so we got Rocket Hermos Cannon, which is again one of the fusions that's like the Awaken the Dragon monsters. And oh, I didn't even realize I had this card. That's so dope. Okay, now I feel like I want to build a deck. But I have a Dark Magician Girl, a Dragon Knight. That's dope. That's awesome. Um, and then there's Ra's Disciple, which I like this card too, just because this card basically is that when it's summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Ra's Disciples from your hand in or deck, and they cannot be tributed for the yeah, and they cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of Slifer, Obelisk, or Ra. Um, and then you cannot special summon monsters except the effect of Ra's Disciples. So it is cool that when when it is summoned, if you have 2 other Ra's Disciples in your hand or deck, you can just immediately summon them. So then you have 3 God card sacrificing monsters on the field. Galaxy Eye Cipher Dragon. Um, XYZ monster. I never watched Yukio's Zexal. Never bought the Yukio's Zexal manga. I recently completed my Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds manga, and I need to finish my GX manga. I'm missing volume 6, and that's it. So I'm missing literally like 2 volumes of like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga that I own. And once I get those, I'm not buying Zexal. I don't think they did a link. No, I'm not buying Zexal. I'm not buying Arc 5. I don't think they did a link. Maybe. but I just don't have much interest with those characters. But maybe someone will tell me at some point that I should. Maybe when I do that manga collection video, people will be like, "Oh, bro, like you're robbing yourself of a great manga experience." And that maybe if that's the case, then maybe that's what I'll do. See all the rest of these cards, I don't even know. And it's funny because like I'm sleeving most of these cards, but maybe I shouldn't sleeve most of these. Maybe I should just put the like holographic ones in sleeves. I'll do that. Um, did I see the new Demon Slayer movie? Let me see where did that comment go. You see that new Demon Slayer game coming out? Oh, Demon Slayer game. Yeah, I have. I haven't really kept up to date much about when it's supposed to drop, but isn't it supposed to be like, um, isn't it supposed to be like Storm? Because is it from Namco Bandai, or CyberConnect 2? I forget for sure who's making it, but I remember when I did see stuff where I thought looked pretty cool, but I never did actually like really follow it too much. Let me see what these cards are in here. So there's just one card in here. 100 Dragon. Don't know this card. It's a good card or not, but it will get sleeved. The side of this box, I never realized that. So let's see here. 2 Dragons Legends, a complete series pack, so contain 18 cards, 1 of 7 secret rare variant cards, and 1 of 3 collectible dice. Oh, what's that Time Wizard card? The Time Wizard Fusion looks kind of cool. And then that's like a Harpy Lady card. That's neat. Yeah, a new Storm game. I know people really love Storm, so that's probably much appreciated. But at the same time, it's like I think so. I'm a person that's like I like Storm a lot, but all these Storm like rip-offs and knockoffs aren't good for the anime gaming industry, in my opinion, because it's like, where's the variation? Like if you don't have any variation of the card, I mean of the, if you don't have any variation in the games, they all become stale. So like Storm is fun because it's Naruto Storm. Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z. I'm actually would be cool clones of because they create so much love to it that like it would make sense to me. Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing? Um, I like Fighter Z has a much variation to it that I think it would be fun if they created more Fighter Z clones. Like if you gave me a One Piece Fighter Z style game, I'm in. But like I think it was, oh, I have it on my shelf. It's One Piece Burning Blood, I think, which is like the One Piece Storm knockoff. I don't think I've put the game in once. I haven't been really excited to. But I got it as a part of like a buy two, get one free sale at GameStop where I got that, Pirate Warriors 3, and for my Vita, I got One Piece Unlimited World Red. I mean, I'm happy that I played Unlimited World Red and I played Pirate Warriors Pirate Warriors 3. I mean, I've streamed Pirate Warriors 3 before. But the oh, did you play it? Man, Dave, every time I've looked at that game, I've thought about putting it in to play it, but I just every time I'm like, I don't really know if I want to. I don't know if I want to put this game in and just be like super disappointed. There was that One Piece game called One Piece World Seeker, which is like an open world game. That looked kind of fun. But, that Demon Slayer game, Corgi, it probably will be fun. Um, it looks like there's been a little bit more love put into that game than like the One Piece one or like the One Punch Man game that came out. But CPU gets cheap versus humans is fun. Okay, I'll have to check. I mean, I'll have to put it in sometime and play it because I think maybe I'll do that as a one of the anime streams where maybe I won't just play Storm every week and keep on trying to play through that story. Um, what I do think is funny though is that anyone that plays Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Xenoverse 2 is still having DLC come out, and Xenoverse 2 came out like what was that, like 2017, I think. Like that's kind of crazy. It may have been 2016 even. I'm surprised it didn't release like a Xenoverse 3. And Xenoverse reminds me of the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, but like I really wish like Raging Blast 1 and 2 that was on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Those games were like HD, were like, the HD Tenkaichi Budokai games. And I would love if they did another one of those, but like for next gen. Just because it's, I mean, they're not like super sophisticated fighters, but they're much more fun to me than Xenoverse was. But Fighter Z is so good that like I think I'd be okay if I never got a Raging Blast update. Because Fighter Z to me is like people wanted what was the game that first came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360? Burst Limit. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit was like HD Dragon Ball Budokai, and they only did one Burst Limit game, and then they didn't do any more. And then they did Dragon Ball Z Budokai. No, they did Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast. But I remember I was hyped for Raging Blast. That game. I remember I had that game pre-ordered. I remember my grandmother told me to pick that game up, and I was fiending on that game. That game was so awesome. And then Raging Blast 2 was pretty dope. But Raging Blast 1, I remember playing through that story mode. I loved it. Oh, what's up, Luke? You that's that's a lot of love, my man. Um, but yeah, like all those old, I don't know, man, maybe obviously it's probably a lot of nostalgia that's attached to these older games. But like, I don't know. I have my PS3 still plugged in and hooked up for a reason. That like whenever I get the inkling I want to play those older games, I'll throw them in because I PS3 can even I can still that's the P in case for the people that don't know the PS3 I have is originally the 80 gigabyte MotorStorm edition one, so that's the one that came with the copy of MotorStorm, but that was a PS3 that still had the backwards compatibility between PS1 and PS2. So I can still. So I laugh because I go, okay, I got my PS3 there, so I got generations 1 through 3, and I got my PS5, so I got my generations 4 and 5. So I'm set, and my Wii just sits there and feels abused because I never play it. But it's there. I mean, I got you want to play some Mario Kart? There's a Mario Kart. Um, it's funny to me because a buddy of mine was talking recently about the fact that I have never, well, I haven't gotten a new Nintendo console since the Wii. I had a buddy give me a Nintendo 3DS, and I maybe bought like one game for it. But what was funny is it's like, yeah, I just haven't seen a need to get a Switch or to get well, definitely not to get a Wii U or to get a Switch. And I don't know. I think it's like, you know, we can make the jokes as well. I'm also like a PlayStation fanboy, and maybe you know what? If the shoe fits, it fits. But what's weird is that the Vita that came out on what I can't remember what year the Vita came out. The PS Vita has an OLED screen, Wi-Fi, 3G, uh, Bluetooth compatibility, all that stuff. Why did the Switch just now in 2021? Is this the third quarter of 2021 technically? Yeah, we're basically like the third quarter of 2021. Why did the Switch just now get enabled? Because it wasn't if the device is able to do this, all they did was enable in um in the framework of what's already designed there, the ability for it to have Bluetooth compatibility. Why is that just now happening? Like that shouldn't have taken this long to do. That should have been something that was like patched or, changed from the first like year, months. Should have came on launch day with the console. So I don't get it. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Corgi, I have the Nintendo Switch, but I have an Xbox and a PC, so I don't really play my Switch a lot. I mean, that makes sense. Like when I went and visited some friends out in LA, and my good friend Michaela, the one that does the animation at the start of all the videos, she has a Switch, and we played Mario Golf on the Switch, and she beat me in like our regular game, but we played like some mode in there where it's like you have to run and try to complete the holes before other people do, and it was fun. It was fun and chaotic, and I think I won maybe one or two of those games we played. Maybe like three or five. I can't remember how many times we played, but that was kind of fun. But I was laughing to myself 'cause I was thinking like, man, I haven't played on a Nintendo console, and there's something about like maybe it's the fact that I don't have any games for my PlayStation that are like more built like that, like more arcadey, fun style games like that. But it was just kind of interesting. 'Cause I'm like, man, is that what I'm missing by not having a Nintendo console? Is stuff that's like more catered towards that. But I don't know. Uh, I got the Time Magic Hammer is what I just saw. This is another one of those Waking the Dragons fusion cards that Joey used, I'm pretty sure. And then another Sea of Orichalcos. And then the Claw of Heramos, which this was just, the Joey pack, I guess. So that's cool. Black Sonic. When an opponent's monster declares an attack on Blackwing monster you control, banish all face-up monsters and your opponent controls. You control exactly 3 Blackwing monsters and other monsters. You can add this card from your hand. It's a hand trap. That's interesting. Whoa, that's weird. Maybe that's why I've been hearing people talk about hand traps, because that would be kind of vicious. I think I've seen cards I've gotten that are Blackwing cards, and you could build a deck around that stuff, but I'm looking at it going like, bro, I don't even know what that means. I'd be really mad if I could read. I think I got one more pack of these Wicked and Dragons cards. Okay, so this is Handholding Gemini, Cyber, Petite Angel, Salt Dog, Dark Dragon Ritual. I'm gonna put that one down. Rising Sun Slash, Utopia Monsters. It's always kind of cool when you look at different Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you can see how, like, based off the artwork, which ones are supposed to go along with like other cards. The power of God and anime on your side, son. Yes, yes, indeed, Grace. And hello again. Galaxy Eye Cipher Dragon. That's kind of cool looking. That's kind of neat. Look at that. Look at that card. That's all. That's all cool. Let's see these other ones. Toon Kingdom. So that's like, some Pegasus type support, I guess. Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. XYZ cards. I don't know. It's a whole realm of Yu-Gi-Oh! I have known nothing about. Red Eye Spirit. Target 1 Red Eyes monster graveyard special summon it. Sick. Wiretap. When a trap is activated, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle that card in the deck. Number 59. That's number 73. Number C106. Okay, cool. So that's all the stuff from there. I'm gonna sleeve up these and maybe call that good for those packs. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to just keep these cards more organized and more together, so I can hopefully maybe turn around, make some profit, or maybe I'll just become the best Yu-Gi-Oh player in the world. I don't know, like whatever, if the shoe fits, right? King of Games, I gotta step back onto the court, or the field, whichever way it is. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rise of the Duelist pack. I have no clue what is supposed to be in this pack, but I saw this. I'm like, that's like Chaos Dragon, and that's not Dark Paladin. What's the name of that dang monster card? Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Yeah. And so this is Gaia, the Dragon Champion, or it looks like it, right? And so I bought it because I was like, nostalgia. And that's the one thing Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami does know. So y'all, what you mean to tell me is y'all want some of that Yu-Gi-Oh content, huh? Okay. But you don't want that new stuff. Oh, okay. But you want that 5Ds? Okay. You want that GX? Oh, okay. More towards Drakland. What we told you, we give you original Yu-Gi-Oh. Come back every Christmas? Bet. And that's basically what's happened. Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. That's just kind of a cool name, and it's shiny, so I mean, that means it getting sleeved. Spiral Fusion. This has Gaia, the Fierce Knight, on here, and the Dragon. Fusion summon 1 Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If you special summon Gaia, the Dragon Champion, by this effect, it gains 2600 attack. Also, it makes up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. It can make up to two. Whoa. So this is whoa. That's kind of cool. I got a guy the Dragon Champion somewhere, right? That's just the OG card, isn't it? I got that OG. You know that season one Yu-Gi-Oh card. So yeah, that's I sleeved up one of those packs entirely, or maybe two of the packs. I sleeved up entirely. So there's a bunch of cards here that probably don't need to be sleeved, but it's Dark Magician Girl. Everybody loves Dark Magician Girl, right? That's a cool card though. Well, that's neat. And we got all these other cards here. That's just lovely. Um, hmm. I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 sleeves left there. There's a part of me that's wondering if I go and unsleeve all these ones that I sleeved up that I didn't necessarily need to. Yeah, I may do that. And then use those sleeves to sleeve up. There's probably too many cards over there. But I'm going to grab this stack of cards. I just realized I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards just sitting everywhere around my room right now. And it's just kind of like, that's what you're doing, bro. Like, why they just everywhere? Why can't you keep anything organized? Why can't you do anything right? I don't know. It's a good question. I'll be asking myself that all the time. Um, this goes with a deck, so I know. Like some of these times, I get cards. That's like, man, maybe I should go a different route with how I sleep with cards. But these are a stack of cards that are all these are holographic. So I feel like, ooh, I feel like I should definitely sleeve all these ones up. So maybe I'll take these ones out. All this stuff is expensive, man. All these hobbies. I know I had a buddy one time was talking to me about the different hobbies I have. He's like, how do you do this? I go, bro, I don't know. All I know is I'm broke. I don't got money. Why are you asking me questions? um, but then I was like, but I can sell it though. But then selling take time. It's like, man, this is making you want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh now. See, that's how it works. And that's actually how I get the paycheck. Konami paying me right now. This is a sponsored video, brought to you by yours truly. No, I'm kidding. Um, yeah, man. No, there is something about Yu-Gi-Oh that just hits me in a very nostalgic place because it's like, ah, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh really just is it's just got good memories that's attached to it. I think about the fact that like my grandmother uh always, pretty much supported me in just about anything I really want to do or anything I was kind of passionate about. And so I remember she used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me when I was younger. Um, I remember I think her and I used to duel with the Yugi and Kaiba starter deck pack. Um, I had a really sad dream the other night. Not involved my grandmother before I hit anyone with some sadness, but I had this sad dream that involved going to Toys R Us to I was going to Toys R Us to look for I think some Star Wars stuff. But I was like saw a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff there. I'm like, man, it's a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff I kind of been looking for. I got some money right now. I can buy this. I was buying all this stuff, and I knew it was a dream because in my head I'm like, man, Toys R Us is closed, bro. Like, you gotta live in Canada, or you gotta live in a bigger market city, where Toys R Us has opened up one of these new smaller Toys R Us stores that are more geared towards being needed because they're becoming interactive spaces for you to you come and can try the toys out and play with different toys and stuff. This is all sounding maybe kind of bad. Anyway, um, and so in the dream, I bought a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I was like, man, this is dope. And then I woke up. I was like, oh dang. I said, well, maybe I can go to Toys R Us. And I'm like, yeah, I can't go to Toys R Us and do this. Well, that blows. Um, I'm like, that's no fun. So I guess slight kick, all that. And it's funny. I'm looking over here at sleeves for cards right now. I'm thinking I had there's two decks in here I have. Sorry, it's not for the box. That I wanted to put all these cards into to keep them together by sleeving them all up. But now I'm looking at them going like, well, I don't know. I'm trying to sleeve all these other cards, and this ain't working, Chief. This ain't gonna work out the way. This is not gonna go the way you think, as my man Luke Skyman said in the cult classic, "The Jedi doth last return." I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Got all this junk here, but it's good to go and put this stuff up. It's funny too because the other thing I need to sleeve up today is a bunch of Star Wars comic books. I have not done that, and I have. Oh, I have no clue how many issues I have to sleeve up, but it's been a long time because I bought some and I moved. I think as I was moving, and so I kind of threw them in the box until I could have more time to sleeve them up, and then I still haven't. And I bought more, and it's just like, oh my goodness, so much, so little time. I feel like it's very rare that I see a normal monster anymore in Yu-Gi-Oh! But this looks kind of cool. I remember opening Pokemon cards having no idea how good or bad the card is, so when I got an EX, I would just assume that was really good. It's a good way to go about it. Simpler that way. Not as much confusion, I'd say, for sure. But yeah, I'm getting here close to the ending of sleeving up all these cards, so I think I may jump off once I finish this up and then tune back in later. But I will end the stream with showing some of the equipment stuff that I got here for the live stream, so that way you guys can take you guys a little look-see and a little peek at what to kind of expect. So that will maybe be fun for whoever's still around, which I'm assuming will probably be my man Corgi. He'll probably still be in the cut. Royal Prison, Mass Change, and Royal Prison. Mass Change I know is a hero card, and Royal Prison, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. Ooh, I should send you some hugs, cards at your PO box. Is that saying you should send me a hug, or you should send me some? Because I may not know what hugs cards are. You send me some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my PO box. That's very kind. You don't have to do that, but if that is something that yeah, autocorrect sometimes really just not be autocorrecting anything. That's something that you do feel compelled to do. Maybe I can get that set up. Some of these cards, a lot of these cards just kind of look cool and neat, and I'll kind of flip through and show you guys all these ones once I put them in the sleeve, and then go show you the little future bit for the streams, and they are all sleeved. When you sleeve them, they take up so much more room. Yeah, there's a lot of cards here. Let's do this. Probably be easier if I just do this now. Does this camera I wonder which one of the 3 camera lenses it's used in the back. So we got Splash Mage, Galaxy Eye, Cypher, Blade Dragon, Sunvine Shrine, Orchestrated Return, Ojama Country. I didn't even notice that, but that's kind of funny. Is that a field spell? It is. There's a combination. So there's a fusion card that goes with that trap card. Effect monster, effect monster, effect monster, mass change, Royal Prison, Dragonity, Phalanx. All these different cards. Time Thief Wanderer. Someone also too has talked about the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like in terms of like the backgrounds and stuff, they're not very interesting. And while I can't say I fully agree. I can't say I fully disagree either. Evenly matched. That's kind of a, I don't know. I like that. It's kind of cool. I've seen this card somewhere. I don't know if it's a good card or not. But a lot of these cards, the part of the reason I'm going through and doing stuff like this with them is so that when I go and label them and put them into a binder, and then I go on like, my computer and I create like an archive of what all I have, it's easier to figure out, hey, you have this, what's it worth? Do you want to sell it? Does this card hold any significance to your thoughts or your heart in a different way? And it's like, oh, it doesn't. Okay, you can get rid of it, so on and so forth. Um, and for anyone that watches this video back, which I'm positive not many people will because it's 36 minutes long, you'll be able to see if there's anything in here that you really find yourself wanting. On Dragon level 10. Emergency teleporter. Teleport, not teleporter. Mime Mole. Gears Town. That's another field spell card. It probably works with like ancient gear cards. Oh, yep, there it is. Now I'm looking through the camera lens, or looking at the screen, just look at these old cards and effects. At some point, I'll probably do some live streaming from my computer downstairs too. Again, like I did with some of the Battlefront 2 stuff I did, where playing that online with people. Another Galaxy Eyes Dragon. I think that's all from Zexal, those Galaxy Eyes monsters. Or no, Zexal had... No, maybe it is Zexal, because Zexal had the XYZ monsters first, and then Pendulum became a thing in Arc 5. And there you have it. So, let me stand up for a second and feel the pain in my body and walk over this way to show you guys some things. So, right here, got these lights and this stand, and all this stuff is going to be used to do some live streaming here soon. That's also a box full of more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and then there's binders full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards over there. And yeah, I got some cleaning to do today, as people can probably see and tell. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I will maybe back with some more streaming stuff here soon or shortly. No guarantees either way though for today, because today it's kind of maybe a little full, but there's a chance that after my game that I may just pop on here. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you around later, and have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye.